And so I've been playing with this thing for weeks now. And so when I go in and take a look at the students, especially the students on SEC, I wanna see what they've done that day. I wanna see where they've gone, what they've done, and how I can help them to get better. This is, I know that you all know all of this about the annexation, the extension and all that stuff. But what I really enjoy is being able to look in to see where they're going to go to and how they're gonna learn for that next day. So for example, like with this young man, he's fixing to come in on next block. I've already got it mapped out, how I'm going to go and help him to improve, because as you can see, he's not doing well at all. And especially with the exit slips. So when you see me going around with my little papers and all that stuff, what I've got on that paper is what do they do, where they're gonna be at, what sessions, both sessions they're gonna be at, along with what do they do on their exit slip, where they need to improve upon, what skill they're working on. So, but the data part, and I think I've talked to Dr. Savage about it, what I love about this program is the fact that there is so much data involved in it. I can go in here and I can find everything that this child has done. And so, for example, for like, even for this, I can tell exactly where he's gonna need assistance from and how can I help him. And so that's it, you know, if you see my cart's loaded up with a bunch of little manipulatives I can use for them. So I'm making it short and sweet, I guess, but again, even if you go in there and you can take, you know, this is like talking to the choir here and going into the history, looking at what they've done. And so even with this child, I know that these are the questions I need to, what can I do to help him? Why did he answer this? Why did he get this one incorrect? And I can tell, you know, what did he do wrong? And how can I help him to understand how to do it a little bit better? What I like to delve into, what are they thinking of? And so sometimes when I go into your lessons and I'm sitting with students, I'm asking them those probing questions. Why did you pick that? Why did you do that? Why are you doing it this way? And I think I sat in on yours, and when I heard the conversations about some of the things that they were misunderstanding about the word problems, what they were doing on the worksheet, then I can get a better gauge on how can we take them from where they're at right now and get it a little bit further. And so this is just, again, from the data point of view, I can go and take a look, and I got spreadsheets galore that tells you where those child, especially the ones in SEC, are going. And a lot of the kids that are not in SEC, I look, you know, if I sit down next to them, I see them struggling, I'll look, I said, let's look at your playlist, let's look at what did you do on your exit slip, how can I help you? So that's a nutshell. I threw it all in. I know I talked too much.
You know, you missed Mr. Gilmore's presentation, but yours is very different. He followed one child, you follow one child, you focus on what they missed. He focused on how much time it was very similar but very different. So good job. Thank you for sharing that.
Also, since we're in task right now, I know some of our students are in task, some of the SEC students are in task, and they might have issues with like copying down as fast as other students or something like that. So if you have like a bunch of SEC kids in task, I'll probably grab Miss Carol so we can get them, because they'll start drifting off if it's a lot of writing, and then they don't want to be noticed for writing slower.
Yeah.
So they won't say anything.
And I mean, I can already tell you those students that do have that problem, and those are the ones if you see me go up to them and slide up against them, it's because I've already identified them as well. But some tasks I know that I understand that. And I do take a look at where they're going to, what they're going to be learning that next day. I mean, it's a long, drawn out process, but in the long run, I know what I need to be doing to help them.